There is a specific, wonderful moment in every recording project when everybody finally agrees the song is finished. The guitar player accepts the solo is loud enough, you export a file labeled Final Master, and you close the recording session with the deep satisfaction of a job well done. Then, 6 months later, an email hits your inbox. A music supervisor for a major television show loves the track and wants to license it for a scene. The catch is, they need the assets today. They don't want your stereo WAV file. They explicitly demand a clean instrumental mix, separated stems, and a 30-second cutdown, all due on their desk by 5 p.m. You frantically reopen the old session, and the failures cascade immediately. The computer can't locate the files, the exact delay plugin you used has been discontinued, and you're staring at a chaotic screen trying to remember exactly how the audio was routed. With the clock ticking, you try to just hit mute on the lead vocals and bounce a fast mix. The arrangement collapses, the reverbs sound hollow, and the track loses its entire emotional drive. The 5 p.m. deadline passes, the production moves on to another artist, and the deal dies. Opportunity has a habit of showing up on somebody else's schedule. A streaming master sitting on Spotify is not a finished business asset. The only safe, cost-effective time to build the actual tools you need for licensing is right now, while everybody still remembers how the record was made. The first thing that music supervisor asked for was a true instrumental version. The common mistake is assuming you can create one simply by muting the singer and pressing export. Vocals intricately interact with a mix. The central track actively feeds directional signal lines into separate delays and reverbs. Yank the vocal out, and you leave behind unbalanced ghost effects. Guitars suddenly feel empty because they were simplified to leave room for the singer. This brings us to submix stems. These are not the dozens of raw individual multi-tracks from your recording session. A stem is a grouped audio file representing a major part of the production, like all the drums combined or all the rhythm and lead guitars mixed together. A TV editor uses these groups to surgically lower competing frequencies. If a scene plays perfectly until 2 actors begin speaking, the editor can simply pull back the screaming guitar stem, leaving the rhythm section working underneath the dialogue. Having these stems and instrumentals prepared in advance turns a rigid stereo file into a highly flexible tool, built specifically for visual media. Next, the song needs a family of duration edits. Digital media, trailers, and branded content typically require 60, 30, 15, and 5-second cuts to match their pacing. You cannot create a professional 30-second edit by placing a ruler over the waveform and chopping at a timestamp. The shortcut has to actually sound like music. It needs to develop, hit the recognizable hook faster, and land somewhere useful. This diagram compares 2 audio waveforms. The top shows a traditional song fading out gradually. The bottom track resolves with a button ending, a high amplitude spike followed by silence. Editors rely on that sharp finish to stop music precisely when a logo hits. These formats allow an editor to drop your track instantly into an advertisement, perfectly timed, without having to manipulate or fix the music themselves. Once you export all these useful formats, a new danger appears. You can quickly generate a chaotic folder full of confusingly named digital orphans. To prevent data fragmentation, build a parent-child asset tree. It starts with a single parent master node. The instrumental, stems, and edits all exist as child nodes. Every file projects a clear line back to the exact same copyright information. This hierarchy ensures that no matter which version of the track a music supervisor downloads, the metadata clearly proves who owns the master and who needs to be paid. Missing metadata will kill a deal just as effectively as missing audio. Administrative clarity is what makes your music legally licensable. Let's revisit that high-stakes television request from the beginning, but this time you built your full asset package before you closed the original recording session. You reply to the email immediately. You hand over the true instrumentals, the stems, the edits, and the rights information in a single, perfectly structured package. Having these files doesn't magically guarantee the supervisor will pick your song. What it does is completely remove you as the point of failure. You stop hoping a streaming algorithm will passively find an audience, and you take active control of a fully adaptable, licensing-ready catalog. Musicians need to stop treating their releases like lottery tickets. Keep the session open, do the work once, and transform your finished song into a durable business asset.